What's going on? Things are getting interesting in the used car market. Maybe you're interested in buying a car, maybe you're not, maybe you're just overall wondering about the market conditions. Well, we can hop in and kind of give you some of the insight of what's to come because things are starting to get a little interesting. So overall prices are down 3.3% this year and 7.2% for new cars during the year-over-year basis, which is a okay reference, but you got to remember that have we always been declining over the past full year? Not so much. So why are prices starting to fall now is because inventory is getting kicked back up. One of the problems during COVID is new cars were having trouble getting chips and whatnot, so inventory was super low, making prices way high. So now that inventory is catching up, we got these prices that are coming down quite a bit. So new car prices are coming down, and so are used cars. This is also because of interest rates going up, making loans harder to get. And that's going to be important as we get a little deeper into this. So EVs and electric vehicles have seen the biggest price drop, considering gas prices were nearly over $5 and now dropping back down. It's not as big of a benefit getting a nice EV or a hybrid, basically. Prices for cars 1 to 3 years old have fallen 8%, while cars that are over 3 years old have fallen 13%, which is quite significant. Now, bigger problems are arising in the used car market, considering repossessions have actually increased by quite a bit so far. And Car Dealership Guy on Twitter, he goes into depth, and we're going to kind of cover what he says. But he gives them good insight, so give him a follow if you're really interested about the used car market. So he's basically predicting a huge wave of repossessions, and that's because car values during the 2020 and 2021 were so overinflated that people took out loans that were super high, but as the car market has come back down in price, they're underwater in their loans, meaning they owe more money on their car than their car is actually worth. So this is a problem for if you want to trade it in, or let's say you get in a wreck and now your insurance is going to pay the value of the car, but your loan is still higher than the car's value. So this provides a pretty big problem for banks, as some cars are even 30% lower than what they were bought during 2020 and 2021. So banks know this is happening. So this basically means that they're going to allow people to get more than one car loan just in order to keep loans going out the door, because they make money on interest, and without loans, they're not making any money. Okay, now, so let's paint a picture. These guys have loans that are worth more than their cars, and their car is rapidly declining in value. So maybe for whatever reason, they want to trade in their car is breaking down a lot. Either way, they need a new car. So they go to the dealership looks at their car, appraises it, and appraises it below their worth of their loan. So now they've picked out their new car and they want to trade it in. Well, they're going to have to pay the dealer thousands of dollars just to trade in their car. Now, that makes no sense to anybody, so why would they do that? Why would they pay money to trade in their car? So why wouldn't these people just default on their loan and then buy a new car? Well, previously they weren't allowed to get a loan like that if they had just defaulted on their car. So what banks are doing is they're allowing them to get a second loan for that second car at a worse rate probably, and knowing that they're probably going to default on the first loan. That gives banks a way to still keep the money flowing while giving out some pretty subprime loans. Now, banks know that this is going to be risky, so they charge high interest rates to get their loan out, and hopefully it sticks. But either way, it's going to push repossessions to an all-time high, not all-time high, potentially an all-time high. And if repossessions go up quite a bit, then that's going to flood the inventory, the current inventory at least, bringing the prices down even more. So potentially, if you're looking at buying a car in the next year, it might pay dividends just to wait till halfway or maybe to the end of 2023. I know advisor, but things are looking like that might be the best move.